Good morning to one and all present here. I am Nivedita, second year student of BSc Visual Communication. Today we are gathered here for a special occasion of our department Symposium, Abridging Education with the Industry Needs. This symposium aims to explore the multifaceted nature Dr. V.Ratnamala. Dr. V.Ratnamala is a professor and head in the Department of Mass Communication, MIZORAM University, MIZORAM, India. She is also the coordinator for the Satellite Technology Enabling Center at the MIZORAM University, sponsored by the Department of Science and Technology. She is a Global Fellow in the Institution for the Advanced Study in the Global South in the Northwestern University during September. October 2024, she was visiting fellow at the Institute for Cooperative Modernities, Cornell University. She got her PhD from the Manonmaniam Sundaranar University, Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Prior to joining here, she has worked as a lecturer in the Department of Mass Communication. She is also PI for a major research project titled Social Determinants and Effects Communication for Cancer Screening Among Women in Assam and Mizoram, funded by the National Commission of Women during 2023 to 2025. She is a Bridge UK Institute Kalinga Fellow for the year 2022-2023. She is also certified at Fatshala trainer and on the News Information Literacy Program in India, coordinated by the Fatshala Indian Media Literacy Network under the initiative launched by the Internews in the collaboration with Data Leads with the support of the Google organization. In India, coordinated by the Fatshala Indian Media Literacy Network under the initiative launched by the Internews, collaboration with Data Leads with the support of the Google News. She has also conducted the Global Initiative Academic Network course on Gender Equality and Human Rights funded by the Ministry of Education.
Hello everyone, and I thank Dr. Vijay, my senior and my close friend, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my inputs on the evolving media skills, bridging the classroom and the corporate world. As a professor, I think already Dr. Hemamalini has given a lot of inputs, and she has I think covered everything. So I will just give you few practice which you can help to develop your skills. So you know that Reuters digital news media report of 2024 and also 2023 and 2022 also, it's keep on coming up with the findings that people are avoiding the traditional news media and also traditional media, and they are more or less hook up with the online media and also the social media. So when it comes to news consumption also, they are consuming more from the online media and also from the social media. And again, when it comes to this entertainment also, they are more or less with this and even the news from the online and the new social media also, they are engaged with this YouTube and also Instagram, and then this WhatsApp and Snapchat, and in other outside India it's TikTok, but not in India. So this is the situation. So are we really preparing our students for this, to meet the standards? Because when you are studying in your standard BSc Visual Communication, you will be studying everything. So the first thing what I want to request you to keep up with the basics. I think most of us instead of focusing more on the technological developments in everything, so whatever you study, you better be focused with the basics, because most of them don't know the basics. For example, when it comes to journalism also, they still don't know the basics of verification, right? So I think that's what we have to be focus more on the basics. And again, another one thing is the communication skills is very, very important, whether it is spoken or written, whatever. So you need more communication skills. So how do you develop communication skills? Actually, this particular generation hardly read anything. I think you should read more. If you are not reading anything, so even if you want to be a filmmaker, or even to be a editor, or even to be a content creator, or even to be a journalist, whatever, you just name it, whatever. But the thing is that you should read more. Until unless you are not reading, until unless you are not observing what's happening in the current world, like, the nationally and also like internationally, you can't keep up with the pace. Okay. And the third one is like creativity is like very important. And again, when we talk about this the YouTube also, like it is contributing more to the GDP. I think like more than 10,000 crores of like to GDP. And even it's like generating this employment also, like more than around like 10 lakh like jobs also. I think it was a very old one, but now it might be like more also. So I think you should like know, you should be like more observant. I think most of you are like watching this Parida Bangal, right? So that team, how they are like observing like everything, say whatever happening in the society. So they are like surely coming up with this one. And you can also see that how the YouTubers are also like kind of creating their own. And like even this digital news media report of writers is also saying that we are like more or less consuming news from the traditional journalists and also the news influencers, and we are like more or less dependent on the social media influencers. So that's what you could have seen. Even the Prime Minister of India has recently, like I think few months back, he had a meet with the social media influencers. So those, the politicians, they are like well aware of like what's happening in the country and also like abroad. I think the media departments, we are like totally like out of that one, I think. So I think we have to focus more on that one, like how to like come up with like creative content creation, right? So for example, in the YouTube, you can see that you don't even like need like that much money. You can be an entrepreneur, right? So you can just, if you have a very good humor sense and like very creative, editing skills, you can just kind of have some parody or like satire. And you can see there is one popular YouTuber, this MP Hand. So he will be just sitting and mocking the this TV serials or like any films, or like the music videos, the cringe popular content, like whatever. So you just name it, like he'll be like making content out of it. So and then even when it comes to like films also, nowadays we are like watching this content, YouTube create the influences. For example, Blue Chattai Maran or like Empty Hand also, on the first day we want to know the review, like how is the film, and after that only people are also going and watching, right? So I think we are not like kind of focusing more on this content creation. And also like content creators, they also need a lot of like content writers, because we are like going more on like online and the social media, and wherever you go, you need like more content. So who will be right? Even in this Reddit and all, you might be thinking that someone is asking question and people are like answering. No, like people are also like, there are like content writers for that also. So you need that kind of, so the content writers, they are actually like most of them are like working from home and doing their things. And even to be a content writer also, I think like most of our students also have to like create their like LinkedIn ID, because most of the corporate officers are like looking for the LinkedIn only. So after that only they are even like recruiting. So I think we have to be like, focus on that also. And then content writing. So if you want to be a good content writer, another thing is that you should also be like able to like observe and also to read. So your communication skills has to be like read. That's what I say. The basic thing is that you should be able to write very coherently and also very clearly, if and only you read more. Okay, so that is one thing. And another one thing is that you should also know about like whatever the technological advancements. For example, ma'am has already said that if you want to be a social media manager and all, you need to know the buffer and hootsuite and everything, right? So even like like few months back, I was like chatting with one of my student, like former student, who is like working with this government, some project. And then she was saying that she is like using the Canva. I never thought that like Canva, they might be like using that effectively. She is like effectively using it to make like, reels and like, posters and everything. So every day they are like using it. So they are like going for the premium version and they are paying something and then they are doing it. So that should also be like, we have to also like learn those things. And even this one, the basics of editing also, you can like learn. And even there is a lot of, and that this short video content creation is very much important. Like, because the youth, they are saying that even though like if and only your short video is like very creative, and then it will like grab your attention, then only you can go for the longer video version, right? So I think video making also we have to like focus more, and we have to go to the basics, and we have to learn. And again, another one thing is that we have like too much of information is there, like information overload is there. I think the critical thinking is very, very important. So you should be like, even if you need to know whether it is misinformation or disinformation, or you want to like verify it, even there are like many fact checkers, or that even though Meta has now closed their thing, that but even then, like, there is a huge need for this fact checkers. And so for that, like, you have to have a very critical thinking, and you have to be like very much observant. Like, we have to be very mindful also. Nowadays, we are receiving like lot of information from all sort of like media, and then are we like really processing it, or we really like mindful of what we are consuming it, right? So being a media professional, we have to like encourage. And another one thing I think is that we need this basic honesty and integrity. I think we are like nowadays not focusing on that one. I think we need like more people with principles. I know that principles won't give you like job, but still whatever job we are doing, at least we should like go with a certain honesty and integrity, so that we can do something to the society, instead of like that how media messages are very harmful. And if not like if you are like kind of coming up with something like mythical or something with like fake news, it is going to affect like millions of people and their like lives. And you have like seen a lot of like how fake news can affect people's health during COVID. And even like there is a kind of this what you call hesitancy towards the what you call this vaccine and everything, right? So I think we should be like more mindful of what we are doing. I think with this I will stop. Yeah, so I will hand it over to like Parthiban sir.